welcome. Nobody saw anything. No, welcome to Unresolved Sapphic Tension here on Sword and Key. I'm Lady Dame. Today I'm going to be playing REX. I use she her pronouns. REX, who you will discover more about REX in a little bit, it uses she or z zer pronouns. Yeah, I'm very excited to be getting to do this 2-player GMless game with my very good friend Shadow. Shadow, say hi, introduce yourself or whatever.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shadow. I use she, her pronouns. Today I'll be playing Bezzelle, who also uses she, her pronouns. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do this Oblivious gay space pirates saga with you.
Yay, Oblivious gay space pirates!
Yay!
So, like I mentioned today, we are playing a game called Unresolved Sapphic Tension, or UST. This is a game that was created by Alyssa, otherwise known as a disaster queer, and you can totally find this game on itch if you enjoy it. And honestly, y'all should pick it up because it's real cute. I have the hard copy of it here. It's really adorable. This game is sort of a rock paper scissors style gameplay that involves a lot of storytelling, and us being oblivious gay space pirates is really the goal here. We are raising money for Lambda Legal, which you can also find out more about. We are currently sitting at $12.50, which is pretty amazing. If we hit $1,300 tonight, I have a giveaway for Cryptid Camp Out tea from Friday Afternoon Tea. This is a mystery sampler set. I personally have already tried all of these and they're delicious. So as for the incentives that we have tonight, we have 4 different incentives. So the way the game works is that like I said, it's a rock paper scissors style game. As we approach, as we set the scene, Shadow and I will be picking an approach for each of our characters, and those approaches are currently, as it stands, processing, revealing, and teasing. And in this, I'm just going to show you all of this right here because this is how I'm doing this. And like I said, and processing beats revealing. If I'm reading this correctly, revealing beats teasing, and teasing beats processing, unless I have that backwards.
That's the way the circle goes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So you can donate $5 to block one of those approaches, which limits Shadow and I to picking only 2 of the 3 approaches for a scene. So if you're like, I really don't want to see either of you processing, I want to see you're either revealing or teasing, you can block that for $5. You can block one of those. Also, it's more likely for us to end up in a tie, and when a tie happens, the initiator gets to take over the store. Takeover, I believe, if I'm reading the rules correctly. Let's see. What else have we got? Because I totally remembered all of these incentives. I don't. What else did we decide? Professionals. I'm just... Okay, $10.
Yeah, there you go. The $10.
So the way that this game works is that... oh, good. Great. Perfect. Thank you. So the way that this game works is that we are trying to get clues. The person who loses the toss-up gets a clue about the other person, and when we hit currently 6 clues, I believe, unless we decide to play longer, then there's the big end game situation. However, if you donate $10, you can interrupt the scene, meaning that neither of us get a clue for that scene and that we have to play another scene. Oh, darn.
Oh, darn.
Yeah. It's rough. And then for $20, you can give the players a bonus clue so that, if we're playing a scene, one of us whoever is giving the clue has to reveal yet another piece of information in the scene on top of the one that they already have to reveal. And then for $40, you can add this special Dark Knight to the game. Now, each of us are allowed to call Dark Knight. It's a special sort of scene. It's sort of the trump card. We only get one of those per player.
Mm-hmm.
Which basically disrupts the cycle of interaction, and by playing the Dark Knight token, which is so, and when that is played, it is possible for 2 players to get clues, if I'm remembering.
It's the next time, the
Oh, the
following
next one. Yes.
interaction after the Dark Knight.
Yes.
Yeah.
So nobody gets a clue after the Dark Knight until the next scene happens, and then that too. Yeah.
I think that's only if we tie. That's only if we both do Dark Knight. Yes.
Right. When you play the Dark Knight, anyway, we're look,
we're learning as we go.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about this game. Depending on we only get a clue or don't. We either both, if we don't both pull Dark Knight at the same time, we either both get a clue or we both don't get a clue, depending on how the interaction goes. We can, in fact, both lose a clue in the case of a Dark Knight. So Dark Knights are also a fun little twisty thing. And you, the player, you, the audience, can choose to inflict one of those upon us. I think that's everything. I believe.
I think so. Yeah.
Shadow.
I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
You did amazing.
Full disclosure, won this game during Dax's charity event and immediately was like, I'm going to play this game for a Pride game and Shadow's going to play with me. And I volunteered Shadow to play this with me.
Yeah. Threatened me with a good time, as some might say.
So, let's see. Did we want to do, we were talking about how we're going to start this. So I feel like it's good to start with like maybe a little scene setup, where your character is, a description of your character, etc. And do we want to roll a dice to see who goes first?
I think that's how we can do it.
Yeah.
All
right.
In a game that doesn't have dice, we will still roll some dice.
They're sitting on my count. We could flip a coin too. Or one of I can do let's do I'm gonna roll a d6 and you can call it, or we can both roll dice. What do you feel?
I trust you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Evens or odds?
Ooh, I'll go evens.
Okie dokie. We're gonna roll this and see what happens. We're just doing a d6. Oh, odds. Great.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'm going first. Oh, it's fine. Everything's cool. I did this. All right. So, let's see. REX. I think REX at this point. So REX is standing on the bow of her ship. Well, the bow of her ship. She's standing in like the captain's like area. Her ship that she is in is outside it looks like a spaceship that is made out of wood. It's mostly an effect, really. She's got her captain's cabin, and everything is sort of decked out in like wood, but it's all of these different colors of wood from different planets. It's sort of rainbow colored in there. Everything's kind of mismatched. But there's like weirdly like a fine layer of space dust over everything. So she's standing in the captain's in the cockpit of the ship, as you will, standing. She could be sitting, but no, she's standing. She's wearing like I would say like a cat suit, a latex cat suit, obviously. But she's got like and it's probably like a silver cat suit, I would say, but she's got this like black vest that's over it that has like tails. So it's like a long vest in the back. She is wearing this. Actually, I'm like, is she wearing a hat on top of this? I mean, pirates should have hats, I feel, very strongly, even space pirates. Um, but it is also like in that same silver, like, uh, it's in the same like silver latex, but it's kind of like a smaller version of a tricorn hat. She looks like a pirate, but like if you went to a cheesy disco. And it's very like casual, it's very like precariously propped onto her head because her whole, she is probably like, I'd say like 7 feet tall, really lanky. Like her limbs are just too long, her legs are too long, her fingers are just like too long. She has this like sort of bluish teal skin. Um, and her hair is, she's not really hair. It's sort of like, it's like, it is very tentacly, is what we're going for. That sort of comes up and down and is sort of tossed over her shoulder, like casually braided. Um, just wow, I did my hair today. Um, and she's like staring at like the view screen, so it looks like, and looking out at a field of stars. There is, as she looks down, she can see like on the radar that there is a ship that's like not too far away. It looks like a bigger size ship, I would say. Um, and REX, as she's standing there, uh, all right, calls out to her crew. All right, I think this is it, boys. This is the big one. Arm the cannons. Be ready to go on my signal. And that's where we see her. Caesar. I'm not going to remember the pronouns that I picked for my character.
Okay, I am Bezzelle. Um, hmm. Uh, I think so the Bezelle's ship um is kind of this like really sleek looking ship that does have like a good kind almost like underbelly type situation that is like could clearly fit like a tinier ship or like a large like loading docks type situation um but the whole ship is like really smooth and sleek and can sometimes be a little difficult to see in the vast darkness of space um and uh she has on the space version of combat boots with cargo pants that are tucked into the boots. Um, Probably like 3 belts layered on there that each have like different pouches, um, different purposes, and then has like has this uh dark green like turtleneck situation with cut off sleeves. Um, and she has a very like short cropped hair that has like the two like jellyfish pieces, like the two like little like tails. Um, and uh she is currently in the belly of her ship, moving boxes around with her crew, very hands-on, is picking up like heavy boxes too, is also like easily lifting these heavy boxes and moving them around, shifting them, organizing. When I imagine there's an intercom that signals and she goes running up to the command deck of her ship. And that's when she also sees a larger ship that is on the radar. Um, and she hits the intercom and she says, "Well, I'll have you all know that we will all be eating very well this next week. Arm yourselves, get ready to latch on and board." Head off into this towards the ship.
Okay. Now, I believe at this point we know where we're going, so it's time to pick our process. Hmm. What do I want to? Thinking. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I. Hmm. Okay, I think I know. Do you know?
Okay. Yeah. I'm ready.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Teasing.
Teasing.
Damn,
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yes.
I
Perfect.
I almost did it.
Strong start.
Strong start. Are Shadow and I gonna same brain this entire game? Who knows?
Maybe.
Possibly. All right, so the way this goes, because I'm the initiator still of this scene, I believe,
Mhm.
I get to pick. I get to start how this goes. Which is great. Everything's cool. And then if we get a tie, well, a tie means that we both get clues, or I can't remember how that works now. We'll figure it out.
I'll look that up, but I
Yeah. Oh,
do
I found it.
know that yeah.
Yep,
You
I
got
got it. Oh wait, I don't know how this affects the clues, but I know how the scene will go. It's fine. So I would say we get to this ship, which I do think is one of those transport ships that is carrying like supplies from one of the like farming planets to one of the more like to one of the more affluent planets. Um Something that I think they don't necessarily like, something that like I don't think that REX would ever necessarily try stealing from one going out to a farming community's a supply ship, but certainly if it's on course to one of the wealthier planets, I don't think she has any compunctions about attacking those ones at all.
Yeah.
And so I as Z comes up on the Z and their ends or ship, which is I didn't have a name for the ship, but I do think it's um the the Pollux. I think just I think there's X's in everything in their language. Um, I as Ariex is like Ariex ends her crew like does one initial burst onto the ship and uh to sort of stagger it and keep it in the space that it's in before Z sort of flies out of the ship. I think Zay and their crew are equipped to exist in space, and they are space breathers themselves, and so they like clam onto the ship with their equipment and start like breaking through the ship to get into this supply chain. They have like studied the portals and things.
Yeah. They have like those magnetic boots and
Yeah, exactly. Magnetic boots. The hat sort of is a little bit of a field to give, like to protect from like space dust and things like this sort of veil comes down over it. But other than
Ooh.
that, like they're totally capable. Climbs in through the hatch to get into their cargo space. Yeah. And as they get into this ship, they find, whoever's guarding the cargo or one of their people, and says, "All right, everyone, this ship is now the property of the Polacks. Don't make any trouble and nobody will get hurt."
I think that's when like the automatic doors slides open and you just hear like zzz, and then in comes like clamoring Bezzelle and like her crew. As their ship has like basically suction cupped onto the side of the ship, and then they just like carved their own entrance into the ship. um and Bezzelle walks in. Probably has like some type of weapon. It's space. We probably have like some sort of like large stun gun or something like that. Bezzelle walks in right as RX is declaring to have won the ship. Bezzelle just goes, "Oh, I see you're still here. Picking up the tiny scraps of space."
I could say the same for you, of course. Which accent am I doing? All of them. I could say the same about you, Bezzelle. Of course you're here. Look, I found this place first.
Last I recall, my radars were slightly better than yours, so...
Are you sure about that? Are you sure I didn't steal your radars to put on my ship?
Yeah, and then I got better radars.
Ooh, you're so fancy with your fancy new radars, Bezzelle. Well, it seems... I feel like there are like two solutions to this particular problem. I could either shoot you right now, and then I take everything. Or we could share. I have been known to be very generous.
I would say your generosity is quite known in certain star galaxies.
Ah! So you've heard.
I think that's actually rather generous to say that there's two options, considering how poor of aim you have.
Well, it's better than your insults, I'll tell you that much.
That's probably reasonable.
Are you still in that ugly ship?
Yeah, no. Don't hate on the ship. I didn't attack your ship. Don't attack my ship.
Look. Look, I mean, your ship is fine. But I didn't see it on the radar. I admit I didn't see it on the radar, which is my mistake. Which means, by the way, you have really shoddy equipment to steal from. But which is probably, I'm just saying, it's probably good that I didn't see it on the ship. If I had known, then I would have turned around, because then I wouldn't have had to look at your ugly ship.
So I guess the only option here is to split the loot, and then turn our backs to each other and walk away rather quickly so that we don't have to see each other.
So that we don't have to see each other. You don't like running into me like this.
I would say that I'd rather watch you run away.
Oh? Well, I have to admit, I know it's a good view. My ship is prettier, as I said.
You had some good modifications done.
Y'all. I mean, I would make more money if I was killing you right now, but frankly, it's so hard to get to have a ship that I know that I can just steal shit from, like equipment and stuff. Yours is easy, so I might as well keep you going.
Hmm. Or you could just admit that maybe you like chasing me around the galaxies.
I don't chase. I find my own ships to rob. You are the one who's chasing me.
Is that why I find you at all of the wreckage sites that I ever go to?
I just I you I just happen to have excellent taste, and you maybe perhaps also have not the worst taste ever. That's all.
Hmm. I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
I mean, okay. If you want to think that, yes. You did say nice things about me also, so,
I
so
think it was specifically nice things about your ship.
it's the same thing. Is it not?
Hmm, I don't know. One
Hmm.
of them would be easier to control.
Mine is easier to control.
I believe that. I imagine there's like one of the people that we're like stealing from is just kind of like, are you guys gonna rob stuff or not?
Oh, right.
Yeah, and Bazelle's just like, all right, crew, take the crates on the left.
Oh, you all take the crates on the right. Everyone, don't touch their stuff. Stick to our stuff. Thank you. You you've been ever so kind. We'll leave you like a box of something.
Yeah, yeah.
You've been
Does
very accommodating.
so hospitable.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
what Bezzelle said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry,
Um,
Bezzelle.
Bezzelle.
Not Bezzelle. It's totally legally distinct from Lazelle.
Legally distinct. Um, I think you see Bezzelle not just standing by and directing, like Bezzelle is also like she has these really like big hands with like her big like muscly arms. So she's like also like lifting these crates and is like moving them, definitely putting in a lot of work, maybe breaking into a sweat or something.
REX is not helping lift the boxes at all. REX's crew is definitely like a ragtag group of aliens, none of whom look at all the same. There's like some who like are sort of like amorphous slug groups that like just swallow one of the boxes whole. There's others that are like so big that they can carry one in each hand. Um, and REX is sort of like just casually pointing the way outside or like down into the hatch that they had come up through. Um I like to think that like she herself has like maybe a little bag that she just takes like little scraps from and like little findings or whatever that she carries in their bag. Yeah, words are hard.
Um, I think once all the boxes get loaded out, Zell is just and REX are the last two
Mhm.
like standing there. Zell says, okay. As agreed, why don't we both turn our backs on the count of three, and
Mhm.
then that way we don't have to see each other anymore.
Right. Yes, that is a very good plan. Don't want to keep running into you. It's costing me a fortune. But
Yes, agreed.
um, but this was very amicable, and he reaches out to shake.
Yeah, Bezzelle returns the handshake. Or the arm shake. I guess
Yeah.
it'd be more of like the gripping onto the arm.
Yeah. I mean, REX, like I said, it's like a really long arm with really long fingers. Like, it's just like kind of a weird combination of limbs that's happening.
Lanky.
Very lanky. Uh, well, best of luck in your future endeavors.
Mm-hmm.
I expect to hear plenty of reports over the dark calms.
Oh. Well, I'd be careful there. It sounds like you might miss me a little bit, which would be impossible.
Oh, yes, of course. Why would I miss you? I'm just saying, I look forward to hearing about, other pirates and their exploits, and so I know, like, who's fucking up and what not to do and that sort of thing.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
See you
I'll count
around.
to 3.
Yes.
And then yes. Okay. It's on go, right? So it'd
On
be like
go,
1, 2,
right?
3,
Rather
go.
than
Right.
not on 3, on
Yeah.
go. One, two,
On
3, go.
go. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. 1.
Wait, do we do the count when we get back into our ships though? Because like your ship is like right there and mine is a little further out. We have to like, do the thing this way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
No. Yeah.
once
I mean like right now.
Yeah.
So then our ships can go in opposite
Right.
directions. Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go, we leave. Do the thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1,
1, 2,
2,
3,
3, go.
go.
Bezzelle does not turn around.
Nope, not at all. I was gonna say no. Right. Uh I I thought I was gonna like, wait till you turned and then like go rob the captain up there and stuff too, but no, we'll just go. We'll just go, right? Yes, we're just going.
I mean, now you brought up the captain.
A bit I did say that they could leave a box. I don't want to like really.
They probably don't have anything. Honestly.
Probably not really. This is just one of those like transport things. There's like never anything good here really, other than some food and some stuff. Okay. Again, 1, 2, 3, go.
Yes.
All right.
So
1, 2, 3, go.
Go.
REX is gonna go.
Okay. Bezzelle does not turn around and just watches REX leave, and then turns around and leaves.
I think that is scene.
Scene
And
1.
Scene. 1 scene. So in revealing wins against tie. So in this particular example, if I I'm like looking at these character sheets and the rules, but it's sort of unclear who gets the clue in the case of a tie, but I think we both.
I would count it as we both get a clue.
Think so.
Yeah.
I believe so. So I'm gonna unblock these on here. Look at this cute little overlay.
Yay. And shout out to Eva.
Yeah.
Wonderful overlay. Thank you, Eva.
Oh, did that not do what I wanted to? There we go. So Shadow, this makes you the initiator of the next scene.
Yeah.
Do you want to set the scene and then we can pick our processes, or do we want to pick our processes and then?
I think let's pick our processes
and
then go.
Alrighty. Okay. I know what I want to do.
Okay. I've decided.
All right. Let's see what happens. On 3, I guess. I said on
on
3.
go or on 3?
This is going to be a recurring problem. It's also great because of the Zoom delay for both. Okay, on 1, 2, 3, revealing.
Revealing. Oh my god. Who could have seen this as being a problem?
Me. Yep, good. We're doing great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, you get to set the scene and pick it because you're the initiator this time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It's been a quiet few weeks. There hasn't really been any major ships to go steal their cargo or any like major like wreckage sites or anything. So Bezzelle has taken her crew to just outside a well-known meteor field that oftentimes you'll find lots and lots of parts of like satellites that have like just floated out into space and then have collided with the meteor field, and now there's all these parts that are just floating around like ripe for the taking. So I imagine Bezzelle brings her crew out here so that they can just get like, little bits and pieces so that they can like trade them for money or trade them for fuel or other equipment in times when it's like slow, there's nothing like major going on. So being beings that are not equipped to just be out in space on their own, Bezzelle and a few crew members have donned their space suits that have like these really like bubble head type enclosures. It's kind of, well, it's not even like just the head, it's like the whole body. It's like a bubble essentially, but it's like really like this protective material that just they gets flooded with atmosphere, and so you can almost make contact with things, but there's still like this layer of like thin like see-through fabric between everything. um so they're just kind of floating out among the meteors, collecting little bits and pieces. And I think Bezzelle finds a larger meteor piece and climbs on top of it and is sitting there and is looking out into the vast sea of stars. And I think kind of has a little like communication device out that has and has like the contact, like I imagine it's like this little device, and then it has like the hologram that like pops up of like the person that who you want to call, right? So I think she pulls it out, and what pops up is REX's face, and she hesitates there and is going to make a call, but is in a moment of hesitation about making the call.
REX is in a similar sort of, I think REX is actually like in a cave in some sort of like dusty tiny planet that was once alive but is no longer. and with like two of their most trusted crew people uh having found like an artifact like fairly old, like essentially what they were looking for, just one little old artifact. They had had several maps from a benefactor to try and find this, and comes out of the cave and sees this dusty dead planet with no atmosphere. The stars are looking like particularly bright and particularly like, and it feels very like empty. um he sends their crew off to back to the Pollocks, and like stares out at the stars and pops out uh their communication device as well, and like without even really looking at it, hits a speed dial and calls Bezzelle.
But Bezzelle gets this call and is
Mhm.
like was hovering over the call button. And then all of a sudden it's like the device is ringing and
Yeah.
then like Bezzelle like fumbles it. And then grabs it, takes a deep breath, and then like picks it up like, yes,
Hey, Bez.
hey, Ari.
What you doing?
um why, what are you doing?
Oh, well, my crew and I just like found this like really cool artifact from like this dead planet, and it sort of reminded me of the time that like, do you remember when like you and I were serving under Captain Oslo?
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
back when we
yeah.
were first starting out.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Remember? Yeah, that's the one that I stole that little stun gun from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then you immediately got spaced, and then I didn't see you again for like so long.
I mean, I'm fine. I was,
Yeah, I didn't know that for so long though.
that, I had thought that I would tell you that, but I realized I didn't have a way to contact you.
Well, now you do. But I was like really worried. I honestly, I mean, that's, well, I admit like that's when I ended up like taking over the ship, is because you got spaced and I got mad and like, oh, like I don't, did I ever tell you that story? I don't remember. Anyway, it's not important. But I was just thinking about it because like when we were working together, we had these like really like cool missions, and I was just like, we had found this thing, and I just sort of was like, oh, I remember when Bezzelle and I used to do this together, and then we're not doing this, and it's, I mean, it's cool and all, like, but I just thought I'd just kind of, you know, reminded me of that time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, well, I mean, what are we gonna do? Like, join voices and
No,
you
that
know,
would be stupid. Like,
yeah.
no.
I mean, like, I mean, if I had to join voices with somebody, like, you would, you would be like kind of a really cool pirate to join forces with, though, because I think you've always had a good gut feeling about checking out certain sites, and finding like really cool things.
The thing I found was very cool. It was like so old, and it was made out of this metal that I've never seen before, but it was like kind of like when you like flashed it in the starlight, there was like, it was kind of like rainbows, but it was like dark rainbows, you know? Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it was cool. And I mean, you know, I I don't know if it would be really a good idea to like merge because like I'd want to be in charge and stuff. I've been running a crew for so long, and
Hmm.
you know, I don't know. I don't think would take. I know you don't take the direction very well, so
No, no, I definitely like to do my own thing, you know.
yeah, and that's why you got space that time.
That is why I got space, but you know, sometimes you have to get spaced in order to then become the best space pirate there is. So
I'm still better though.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
Mm. I mean, I'm sure about that.
I
You could just be
you
wrong.
that's you know, you are very sure about a lot of things.
I am. I'm sure that I'm a good space pirate and you're a good space pirate, and I'm also sure that, well, I mean, we used to work together really well. I
Yeah.
admittedly.
Yeah. I mean, you know, right before you called me, I was actually I was headed to give you a call because I thought you might like to know that the meteor field seems to have a good sparkly collection going on right now.
Oh,
So yeah, I just thought that maybe you would like to know so that you could get some loot. I mean, there's like way more loot than myself and my crew can gather out here, and I didn't want anybody else to get it. So
send my navigator the coordinates.
I can I just send them to you?
Oh, I mean, sure, I can. Yeah, yeah, yes, of course. Duh. I just, yeah. Um, if I go, will you still be there?
I don't I don't know. You know, like we have to use the bubble suits, you know, and they kind
Right,
of have
right,
like
right.
a time limit and
Most of my crew doesn't need to. I mean,
yeah.
I can be there. How far away is it? Mm,
Oh,
where about where? I mean, you can tell me whereabouts are you?
um I'm on like the far side of the meteor field. So, you know, it's probably
Oh,
it's a lot. It's light years away from where you probably are, you know.
I mean, actually, let me look at these. Well, it's not. I could be there in like half a light year. I'm actually pretty close.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean,
Uh
because I just if luckily, I mean, like I said, we just wrapped up what we were. I do. Oh shit! I do need to drop this off before I go.
yeah, and my our suits are running out of atmosphere, so we're going to be cleaning up here soon anyway.
Where are you headed next?
I don't we might head it to you know, like the Clodium station. We might head
Oh,
there to like to trade in the stuff that we're collecting.
oh. Well, I mean, this meteor field will be here for some time. Um, m- maybe we could meet up there, perhaps.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean, like your crew and my crew combined, like we can clear out this meteor field. Like you are such a great leader, and like you have such a great crew. That I feel like you know them temporarily working together. Uh, you know, works.
that could be really. I mean, we did pretty well on that last job together.
Yeah,
Didn't die and got all the things. That was pretty. I I just mm, I don't want to like encroach on your territory and stuff though.
yeah, that's fair. You know, oh, actually, you know, the buzzer on my suit is going off, so like I gotta
Oh,
go, but I'll call you.
do please. it's nice to know you're still alive.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that.
It's
But
okay.
now I know how to contact you, so I
Yeah.
can definitely tell you that I'm still alive.
I mean, I knew, but I'd like to give you shit because you went like so long without telling me that you were still alive for like. I mean, I became a captain, and then you were like a captain and stuff before. I mean, it was at least like I don't know, 12 months
Yeah. No, it was yeah.
at least. I don't know. Time
Yeah.
is weird.
Time is weird in space.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay. I really
oh, I
gotta
should. Yeah,
go.
you
You
gotta
know
like
the
you. I don't
the
want you to die and stuff. So you go.
yeah. I can join the space rebel anytime, right?
Yeah, I will. I'll thank you for the tip. By the way,
Yeah.
I definitely am
You're
gonna take
welcome.
advantage of it, and I will. Maybe we'll see each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Bezzelle out.
REX out. Bye.
The hangs up the comms. Bezzelle's suit was not. The alarms were not going off. Bezzelle like pushes off of the meteor and goes back to like collecting space rebel.
um, REX goes as fast as he can to their ship, and like tells the crew to like really step on it to get to this. Like gives the coordinates to their navigator and tells the crew to step on it. Because gotta get the treasure first. Maybe. Just maybe run into Bezzelle. Very little hope, but maybe. So I think that is another clue for both of us is how we're deciding that goes.
Yeah, I think so.
Uh-huh. Great. Amazing. And that makes me the initiator for the next scene. Okay. So we have to pick our process.
Yep.
Okay, I think I know what I want to do.
um. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Uh, and three. 1, 2, 3. Revealing.
Revealing. Oh my gosh.
No! God damn!
I was like, surely not. I don't know if we're playing this game right.
I don't think so. Or are we playing it exactly correctly?
You never know.
I this is I don't honestly I don't know what I expected from the two of us playing the game. This is good. This is great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I will set the scene for us as the initiator.
As a wonderful initiator.
So this is not the spaceport that Bezzelle was talking about. This is a different one. This is the spaceport that is called that is like just outside, like on a small planet just outside, like in near Cassiopeia. Um it would probably be called like um the Ballard, right? The like Ballard Expanse,
Mm-hmm.
like is the sort of like port. Um and it's like one of those that's like very seedy, very dingy, like lots of ne'er-do-wells, and REX is like sitting at a bar. There's like there's like loud music that's like that's a weird combo of like synth instruments and like horns with a couple of like multi-stringed instruments that are like, it's maybe a little like the cantina. I mean, look, if you're in a spaceport, it's always the cantina. You can try to not make it the cantina, but I promise you it will always be the cantina.
It all comes back to the cantina.
It does. And like REX is most definitely like sitting at the bar well into the intoxication, whatever intoxicating drink their people drink, which is some sort of like neon chartreuse liquid. God damn it. And it's got like, it's a neon chartreuse beverage of some kind that has like floating like magenta bubbles in it that sort of raise up through it's like kind of like a lava lamp, frankly, of a beverage that kind of pop as they float up to the top. There's like a whole stack of them, and they rise up and then they pop at the top and smoke comes out of them. Yeah, and she's talking to the bartender, I did this to myself. And then I like pulled out both of my laser pistols and I was like, put them up. If you don't, I will shoot you and my crew will shoot your entire crew and then we will have both your ships. And then they put them up and then we ransacked the whole place and it was amazing. You know? The bartender is just like cleaning a glass and like, yeah, all right. I got them so good. Ugh. But it wasn't nearly as much fun as it could have been. Nobody else saw it. Another round.
I feel like at that moment, there's a kerfuffle from the back as these doors burst open and Bezzelle just comes like flying out of them. And then there's like a big intimidating looking alien that just like says something in like alien speak and then like closes the doors. And then like because like, everyone had like parted ways as like Bezzelle like hit the floor. And then like a little spotlight came on and then like Bezzelle like stands up and just kind of like brushes off, and dusts off her pants and just kind of like looks at everybody. It's just like, what, you got a problem? And then everyone like kind of like goes back, music resumes, and Bezzelle just comes like walking over to the bar and I does not see REX at first from the angle of the bar and just like walks up and orders a tubbly two which comes in a very elaborate glass that has all of like these like like crazy straws, has like a bunch of like crazy straws in it, and it is like changing colors on beat with the music.
As soon as REX is, as all of this is happening, REX's tentacle hair like goes straight out to the side like Pippi Longstocking style, like in excitement, and their eyes get really wide and like just gets super excited and then is like slightly like calms it down a little bit as they realize that that Bezzelle didn't see Ari initially. Okay. So they like take a So take a deep breath and muster the courage. Bezzelle! Oh
Oh,
my god, you're here! Hi!
hi. What are you doing out here?
Oh, well, we were, my crew needed to break from the job and we had some shit to sell and stuff. So we came here. Oh my god, what are you doing here?
Just kind of making some shady space deals.
Sure, yeah, of course, because that's what we do. Oh
Yeah,
my god, I'm so glad to see you.
it's really good to see you too, honestly. Like I felt like I've been losing all day, and then I see you, and now it feels like I'm winning.
Really? I could say the same about you. And it's your face in person.
Yeah, not over like a hologram. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
said you were gonna call, and you didn't, like, call nearly as much as you said you were going to. That was very rude.
I yeah, I you know, gosh, oh gosh. Bezzelle like takes like a really long sip of her drink and like runs her hand through her hair.
Ari,
Yeah.
like, takes one very long, spindly finger and just, like, touches Bezelle's face down the side, like, it's your face. Eehee.
I, yeah. Uh I honestly I didn't quite know what to say. Um
What do you mean? You can just say hi and tell me what you're doing and where you are. By the way, thank you for that meteor place. That was so cool. We got so much good stuff from there. I can't
oh,
believe you didn't take all of it.
it's a lot, it's a lot of weight on the ship, and and
Yeah, and your ship's not nearly as good as mine. Mine can hold so much stuff.
yeah, yeah, it's a really good ship. It's a really good ship, Ari.
I like your face. It's a good face, Bezzelle.
Oh, well, that's good. It's the only one I got. So
You're funny.
so what are you drinking?
Oh, what is this? This is one of the drink of my people. It is called a flope.
A flope.
Yeah, a flope.
Flope. Okay.
It's so good. You want to try it? I'm not sure if it's poisonous for your people or not, but you could try anyway. I mean, technically, it's kind of poisonous for us, but that's what makes it so fun.
I'm good. You look like you're really enjoying that, and I want you to keep enjoying it. Yeah. And Bezzelle like flags down the bartender and like orders. Is like, yeah. We'll take another flope over here.
Yeah, another flope for my friend. You can put it on my tab.
Oh, no, my tab. I
No,
insist.
I
I insist.
insist.
My
I
my
insist on
tab.
mine. On mine. Put it on mine. I said it first.
Bezzelle just like winks at the bartender.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. It's like kind of sweet and a little spacey, because it's although I don't know if you can taste that also. Or do we taste different things? We've never like had like even we were like together or not together like that, obviously that would be stupid. But like, when we were working back on Captain what's their butt's ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Where we were like practically work married, right?
right.
Yeah.
Work married. That's silly. You're so funny. But yeah, when like I never really asked like what we I don't think we ate the same food and I didn't really ask you about it very much. I don't know. I didn't really pay that close attention, I don't think.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Neither did I. Yeah. I guess the float will be our first
Yeah. To see if we
testing.
have the same taste buds, to see what you taste like and what I taste
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. If there's like, any chemistry between us. I mean, shared chemistry between
Right,
us.
right. Like the chemistry of like the tasting and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll also see if we'll also see if it will poison you real bad. If you know what, you don't have to worry. If it does, like the bartender has like all of the antidotes and stuff because like I think this
Yeah.
happens a lot.
Yeah.
Right? You
I
do
mean,
bartender, right? What is your name, bartender? I don't remember their name.
they're not wearing a name tag. I honestly don't know.
That's I'm going to keep calling them maybe Barty. Let's call them Barty.
Party. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really clever.
Thank you. I'm not nearly as funny as you are. You're very clever.
I mean, you got a lot. You got a lot going for you. Yeah. You don't necessarily, you don't have to focus on being clever to like, get people to like you and whatnot.
I I wish people I mean, I don't care if people like me. I want to be the most feared pirate in all of the the this quadrant that we are currently in. Whatever quadrant that is. I don't remember. My
Uh,
navigator knows that stuff.
Bezzelle like puts like an arm around REX and just like sends to the entire bar, at least the vicinity, right? Yeah, you heard them, the most feared pirate in all of the quadrant.
That's me, Captain REX of the Polax, the scourge of the 7 stars. What do you think? Is that a good title? I
Uh,
just made it up just now.
I mean, there's like more than seven star. I mean, I
Right, but
guess.
I've only been to like 7 stars so
Yeah,
far.
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
What do you have a title? Have you thought of what do you want to be called, Bezzelle? Bezzelle,
Oh,
Captain Bezzelle of the
that's
shitty
good.
ship, the
Yep.
queen of all the stars ever invented ever.
Yep. Including your 7.
Well, except for except for the 7. Well, because I said scourge and I made you queen, so you can be the queen of the stars that I am a scourge of. See?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like the queen of your stars, I guess.
Yeah. The queen of my stars. Ooh, that's fancy. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
something you read in one of those like terrible books that I don't read those, but my bosun reads those, and so sometimes I come up with them. That's I don't like those at all though.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. What what books?
Oh, like the ones that are like there's covers of like 2 people and embracing and stuff, and they're like barely wearing clothes and stuff. I mean, but they're species that like who would normally wear clothes, like not species that like wouldn't wear clothes because that like is
Yeah.
less exciting and sexy and stuff. But like, and they're full of like things like they say things like, "Oh, they're the queen of my stars and I would perish without you," and that sort of thing. And they're always like kept apart for various and stupid reasons that don't make any sense and stuff. And but then they
Okay.
always get together at the end and it's like super hot. I mean, not that I read them. I don't, but my bosun sometimes tells me about the books that she's reading and it sounds pretty,
Yeah.
sexy and stuff.
I guess maybe I should ask my bosun if
Does your bosun like smutty books too?
I honestly haven't asked them.
Well,
I
maybe maybe we can get our bosuns together and they could have like a little book club and they could trade books and then like we could maybe like borrow them sometimes or something.
well, I was just thinking, like, what if we went to the bookstore and got them books as like a gift.
Oh, is there a bookstore here?
Yeah, I think it's like on the 5th floor on like Delta side.
Oh, I don't think I've ever been to a bookstore before.
Oh, oh, well, I mean, it's closed now.
Oh yeah, it's like super late and
Yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah, 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 yeah. The three moons have risen and set.
Oh, Barty,
But
can I have another drink, another flop? Ooh, but can you make it like extra, extra dirty? That's when they put like extra of the like smoky mushroom so that when it like when the bubbles come up it like there's like extra like fermentation and stuff.
uh, all right, well, yeah. Um, that that sounds really unique.
Mhm. It's
Yeah.
so good. I love them. This is like my I don't know, I love candles. I
Um, no, you first.
Oh, I was just gonna I oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm
no, that's
sorry.
that's that's fine. You don't have to be sorry. You don't have to like say anything at all. That's up to you.
Oh, I okay. Uh,
Yeah,
I
you are the most feared space pirate in all of the
the
quadrant.
scourge of the seven stars, and you're my queen.
Mm, yeah, I guess that would kind of make you like the thorn in my side, right?
Ooh, that's good. The thorn in your side, because I'm so irritating. Because you hate me.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's why
But
you
I guess
left, and you never told me, and you don't call.
I you got me there. You got me there. Uh, but maybe we could set up like a book club, and then I would have a reason to call.
You mean you and me, not the bosuns?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to we don't have to read like this many books. Like, we could like read about space pirates or something.
I mean, I like stories with adventures.
Mm-hmm.
What if? Wait, we're pirates, Bezzelle.
Yeah, yeah, we are.
What if we just went up to the bookstore right now and broke in and stole the books?
Right now. You wanna go steal some books?
Shh. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
Okay.
feared pirates. We could.
That we
That's what we
are.
do.
Okay.
REX grabs Bezelle's hands.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Come
I guess
on.
we're doing this. And like Bazelle's like body language is like as if she's like wanting to pull away, but she
Come
doesn't break
on.
hand contact. She keeps holding on.
Come on, please. It'll be so fun.
All right, I guess let's go steal some books.
Let's go steal some books.
That's not a sentence I thought I'd ever say.
Same here. This feels so wrong, and yet so right. I think I kind of want to keep this particular scene going.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still. I think Ari drags, like just fully drags, Bezzelle, like shocking for as lanky and like inebriated as Ari is. They're surprisingly strong.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't choose to exercise that particularly often and like drags Bezzelle up to the 5th floor. Okay, now where is it? I've never been up here before.
Oh, yeah. You gotta. Okay. Yeah. You, I'll show you. And Bazel, without like breaking hand contact, then like leads RX to this really like unassuming little like storefront. That's kind of like the store you can tell is definitely like tall and narrow. Um, and it just has like these stacked shelves. And they are physical books. They're like real physical books. And it does say like rare books across the bookstore.
Good.
Yeah.
I have to imagine these have like the corners cut off like in Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
For no reason.
For no reason at all. It doesn't help you stack them or organize them at all. They're just like that.
Yeah.
Every time you save a corner of paper, it saves a tree.
I guess. Gets like it doesn't make any sense why they did it that way, but here we are. It's because space.
It's space, yeah.
Okay.
Space, we cut corners.
Yeah.
So Bezzelle just takes out what looks like a key. And it's like a master key type thing. And like it scans the lock, and then it calculates like the code, and like the door beeps so that it opens.
Wait, you just have that? You can just do that?
Oh yeah. I like picked it up off of like I don't know some like
Bezzelle, you're like so cool. That's why you're the queen. That's why you're the queen of my stars.
well, and you came up with this plan, so that's why you are the deadliest
The
deadliest
scourge.
pirate, the
scourge
of my
scourge.
stars.
Isn't that the good word? Scourge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to keep stealing some books?
Yes. Yeah. Ooh, I'd never been in the bookstore. Where do we find the really smutty books?
Yeah, those are in the back.
Okay, let's go there.
Yeah. Okay.
Makes a beeline. And like probably like outpaces Bezzelle pretty quickly because just the limbs are just so long. Like it's a little like there's something like a little I would say like a Slenderman spider like situation. The tentacles are like also now they've like sort of created a halo around REX's head out of excitement. Over here, I found them. You can tell because they've got the covers of the people and they're embracing.
Oh. These are the ones you were talking about?
Yeah. Well, they're the one that my bosun they read and
Yeah.
I may have lied about never having read them. Shh, don't tell anybody, but I may have borrowed like one or two and they're like not bad. So like I've read this one and I've read that one. Ooh, but this one I haven't read. We should read this, and this is our book club book. Maybe we should we grab a couple? Just, since we're here.
Yeah, but yeah,
well,
I mean, like we're already taking one book, so.
Well, here, this one will be our first book club book, and then this one will be our second, and then our third. And here, you need to read this one because I really like this one that my bosun let me borrow. Oh, and this one was pretty good too. You should have that one. I don't need that. I have one, but you should read those as well. And just like, RX is like pulling so many books.
Bezzelle is just holding them with her like hands and her muscly arms. Is just has them like stacked up and is just like holding these like I imagine it's like it's like a stack of it's like 3 books and then it just goes up from there, like 3 side by side, and then it's like keeps stacking up as Bezzelle keeps just adding books to the pile.
Wait, shh. Did you hear that?
No. What'd you hear?
Oh, nothing. I didn't hear anything. I just was making sure that we didn't hear anything, so we don't get caught.
No, definitely not. Oh, okay. Have you gotten all the books that you want?
I think so. Have you gotten all the books that you want?
I have my assigned reading list.
Okay. So then now how do book club work? You read book and then you talk about it?
Yeah. So we read the book and then I guess I you can either do it by like chapter or you could do it by like book. You know, like you read the book and then like you beat. And some book clubs meet virtually over the hologram and some meet in person and sometimes there's snacks and drinks involved.
Ooh, snacks and drinks. But we can't meet in person very often because you have your ship and I have mine and we have to go off and do those things. So we could do the virtual.
Yeah. Yeah. I yeah,
Oh,
that
but
that
if we
that
do by
works.
chapter, then you have to call me more often because there's so many chapters.
I think by chapter would be great. I wouldn't mind doing it
Really?
by chapter. Yeah.
I mean, I think it could be really fun. I think. Because then you go, then you read it and you're like, "Oh my gosh, are they going to be okay? Are they going to survive this?" And then here's the fun. You want to know the fun part about this?
Yeah,
Is
what's
that they're always going to be fine and they will always end up together. That's the fun part. You know how it's going to end, but the journey is the most fun ever.
okay. I think that'll be interesting for me to read. And I don't necessarily like knowing how things end. Uh
Oh, really?
yeah.
I love to know how things end. It
Yeah, I
makes it
mean,
less
yeah,
stressful when
okay.
you like know that everything's going to be okay, because then you're like just like get to enjoy all the ups and downs and trials and tribulations, because it's not like real life, right?
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like sometimes like people just leave and they get killed and stuff, or they get spaced, and then you don't think you're ever going to hear from them again, and then you're sad because that was your best friend and the person who you told everything to and stuff.
But if that was a book, then they would find each other again, right? And then uh go back to being best friends.
And more than friends, because these are smutty books. But
Oh,
yes.
yeah. I guess they are smutty books. You're right. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Um, I, I guess we should get out of here before we're caught, and then people make assumptions about us being in the smutty section of a bookstore.
yes, very worried about making assumptions. That's definitely what we should be worried about, and not about getting caught with a bunch of books.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like that too. You know.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's get out of here.
Okay. After you.
You just staying on your ship in here, or do you guys did your crew and you get a space?
I actually like teleported in and I was gonna take the teleporter back. So
Oh, all
like
right.
I actually wasn't staying
Okay.
necessarily. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bummer. We splurged on one of. I mean, the hotels here aren't that nice, but they're okay. You know, something different than looking at the inside of your own cabin. But.
Yeah, I mean look at you. Get in a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Very fancy.
I like to treat my crew very well.
I think you're really good at that.
Thanks. Yeah. I don't know how you treat your crew, but it's been something that I swore that I would do.
Yeah. They really take care of themselves a lot, So
That's and then you have a very good crew if they are capable of that. Well, I should get back then.
yeah,
Can't
I gotta
have people making assumptions.
Nope. Yep. And the teleporter's waiting. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll read the first chapter though.
Oh yeah.
I'll be calling
Are
you.
you a fast reader? Or are you a slow reader?
I honestly don't know.
Well, I guess we'll find out then, shall we?
Yeah.
Good night, Bezzelle. Thank you. This was very fun.
Good night, REX. Take care. Get some good rest.
And REX strolls. I think REX takes the books that Zay has picked out for themselves and places them in like this like weird pocket underneath their suit that doesn't seem like it could hold that many books, but does. Um, like sort of like just in the underarm is sort of where I'm gesturing, like sloop, 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 sort of like interdimensional pocket. And as they stroll off down the hall, you may realize that like near the end there are that REX didn't seem quite as intoxicated as they were initially. Like they stand up straight, they're full 7 foot height, and like kind of like glides, hips swaying as they walk away.
Bezzelle just kind of like stands there, watches REX walk away for a little bit, and then just has like arms full of books,
Mm-hmm.
and this and just goes probably like muttering to herself a little bit, um and then yeah, goes to the teleporter and takes the teleporter back to the ship.
Alrighty then. I think that's a pretty good clue for both of us.
Yeah.
Now the question here, Shadow, for you, do we feel like we need to take a break at this moment, or do we want to keep going?
I think we can keep going.
Okay, great, perfect.
Yeah.
This places you as the initiator.
It's me.
So we have to pick our approaches.
Huh?
I know what I'm gonna pick. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Huh. Um.
We're gonna go 4 for 4 at this moment,
Hmm.
or will this break the streak?
I don't know. I'm worried. Um. Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, 3. Oh, I'm gonna count backwards this time. Apparently, 3, 2, 1. Teasing.
Dark Knight.
Oh, let's go! I had a feeling.
I'm playing my Dark Knight token.
Yeah,
The one time.
do it.
We broke the pattern.
We did. I'm so proud of us. All right. So what happens when you pick the Dark Knight token is that Shadow in this case will narrate the scene without interacting with my character. This is sort of like a a monologue of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point REX will find you why and how.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will continue at the interaction. Yeah. But it's all you.
So Bezzelle is sitting alone in the cold, dark metal cell. Is lacking belt, is lacking blaster, As Bezzelle is in prison. Um, and Bezzelle sits there, back against the cold metal wall. Um, and the cruel thing about the cell is that it is a mirror, but it's an imperfect reflection. Like your reflection is almost perfect, but is a bit distorted. Um, so Bezzelle is sitting there and looking at herself, this imperfect reflection. Um, and she is thinking back to how this reminds her of the time that she got spaced and she was floating around in space and just floating in the darkness and the silence and the cold. Um, and much like the time that she got spaced, the only thing that she could think of is REX, and is thinking about how um uh how REX was such a good friend and was always a part of the adventures, was always ready to go on adventures, and even tried to defend Bezzelle at some point, when she made a bad call and she was getting in trouble. Um, and there is this tug at Bezelle's heart, as she knows that she inadvertently was the one that left first. Um, Whether that was, that was not of her own accord, but that does not excuse her silence. And perhaps there was a missed opportunity, and there was these 12 months where she could have made something work with REX and just didn't. Calls her, like, she had her number, but did not call, and that was a missed opportunity. And now they are rivals. Now they have their own situations going on. Um, and again, like, Bezzelle was given the chance to make a call from the jail, and again hesitated to call REX, and just kept keeps reflecting on this that she keeps failing REX, and part of it is because she's scared that Bezzelle knows that she feels more for REX, but also knows that it would take sacrifices for both of them, and she doesn't want to see REX sacrifice anything that she's built. Doesn't want to see her sacrifice her crew or um, the wonderful reputation that REX has built for herself. So she sits alone in a dark jail cell rather than call REX and get help.
Zell hears laser fire and shouting outside the room. Something is going on, but there's chaos happening. And It goes on for a little while. But and as it's happening, um the one of the mirrored surfaces in front of Bezzelle starts to shimmer, and it looks like in one section, in one of the mirrored walls, Bezzelle's reflection like stands and starts to grow larger and lankier. And as you know, the shouts and the fire are happening, uh the mirror sort of seems to like expand out. This like Bezzelle's shadow that has become larger and lankier like expands out, sort of like almost like molten, like quicksilver almost, or like mercury, and uh coalesces, and in front of Bezzelle is REX in full like splendid gear. The vest has been upgraded, like to like there's and by upgraded I mean there's like it's better stitching, better detailing. There's like some like really elaborate embroidery on it. Uh Unlike her sort of bog standard like flat boots that they normally wear, they are now like platform boots made to make them even higher, even taller. Um and the hat has gotten bigger. You fucking idiot.
Oh, you're actually here. I'm not just hallucinating. Oh,
Oh, you think
hey.
about me? No, I'm actually here, you moron. How the hell did you get yourself captured?
I, yeah, you remember Jericho?
Not really, but sure, go on.
Yeah, well, Jericho called me and said that they had this really sweet deal that I could get in on, and I was like, oh, okay. And so, yeah, it was a trap.
Oh, that Jericho.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know what? I should just leave your sorry fucking ass here, because if you were stupid enough to get involved with that one, ugh, Bezzelle, you should know better. Do you need money or something? Like, why? What? You know what? I don't care. You're here and you're not supposed to be here. Your guys, your crew, outside. My crew, also outside. This is not the easiest place to break into, if I must
Oh,
admit.
oh, oh, is this a rescue?
Well, yes. What? You think I'm here for fun? No, I would never. Ugh, I hate these places. Oh, your crew called me because you wouldn't call me, even though you said you would. You even stopped calling. You know what? You stopped calling me over the book club. Like, we made it like 5 chapters in, and then I finished the book. Do I hear? You know what? I'm ranting. I'm sorry. I am here to get your stupid ass out of jail. Let's go. I was going to say before our crews kill everybody, but frankly, that's going to happen regardless. So I think we just need to. My priority was getting to you. Let's go here. Your ship is here. Let's get it. Let's go.
Um, I'm I'm really glad that you're here.
Well, I'm not glad that you're here because I then had to rescue your butt, but I'm very glad that I'm here and that I was available. You better be grateful that I like you enough to do this.
I am. Thank you.
All right, you owe me big time. Big time, Bezzelle.
I I can think of a few ways to repay you.
No, I will be interested to hear them once we get out of this place.
Okay. What's the plan?
Oh, well, see, while our folks are distracting everybody by shooting everyone dead, here, let me just. And REX just sort of waves uh, their hand over the area where they had come out of the wall from, and like, this panel slides open. I picked up a few tricks. Don't worry about it.
That's
After you, queen of my stars or whatever.
well, thank you, a thorn in my side.
I think we should reverse that actually at this point because you're now the thorn in my side, and I just rescued you, which makes me your queen, right?
Yeah, cool. Maybe you are the moon in my sky.
Oh, but there's only so the I don't like that, the moon in your sky. Do you know like how many planets have like multiple moons?
That that's a good point, actually.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know. I've seen so many. I know you've seen so many. Unless you don't look at the moons. I always do. I think they're
I
massive.
appreciate a
You know
good
what?
moon.
We gotta go. We have to go. So we're just gonna walk out, and while everybody's laying down cover fire and shooting everyone dead. And the nice thing is that they will have everyone dead, and then we just go back to our ships and fly off.
That's yeah.
That was really the plan. That's all the plan was.
You make the best plans. So
See, the key here, we're walking, we're talking, let's go. The key to a good plan is to keep it simple. You know, kiss. Right? Kiss that is the key to any good plan is kiss.
is kiss
Yeah, kiss.
is that is that are you
Keep it
is
simple, stupid.
keep it simple, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I kiss. Yeah, I get it. I
Yeah.
get it now. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, simple plan. You go in, you shoot everybody dead, you rescue the idiot who got themselves locked up, and then you go.
That
And that's it.
you
Easy,
surely do.
simple. Simplest plan ever. And look, it is working. You want to know why?
Because it was your plan.
Exactly. See, very smart you are.
I try sometimes.
All right. Well, so I think REX is like walking down this hall. So laser fire is going off behind them. Shouting is happening. You see like somebody like doing one of those rolls through the hallway, guns coming up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jericho?
Yeah, Jericho.
Yeah, so what are we going to do to Jericho? What's the this is now I came up with this plan so that you get to cover it, you get to come up with the next plan. And remember what I said, we kiss.
Kiss. Yes.
Mhm.
We definitely kiss. I think um I say let's space dust Jericho.
Good plan. I like it. Simple.
Yeah, I think we just inundate Jericho with space dust, and then that should pretty much just cease his operations.
Perfect. I don't see how this could go wrong.
No, no, and the best part is we get to go to a moon to collect some space dust first.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't you I am clean out of space dust myself, so
Yeah.
I guess we're going to what's there's one that's like really close by that's like just like, a couple of
Over there.
more
Yeah,
rots
yeah.
over that way.
Um, See, the thing is,
What?
did they take my ship?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean they did for like temporary, but we got that back already.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
thinking of that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I wasn't going to let you go without your ship. What's the point in rescuing you if you don't have your crew in your ship?
Well, I don't know. How do you become the scourge of the seven stars?
By like getting all the ships under your possession, obviously. And also breaking people out of idiots out of prisons, apparently. It was stupid. You should know better. I'm mad at you now. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to help you with this. I am mad at you. Although it's pretty cool. Wasn't that cool how I like came out the mirror and stuff and like wasn't that so badass?
That was really cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a neat trick.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I stopped calling. You see, we got to chapter 6
Mm-hmm.
of the book.
Yeah.
And I I couldn't finish it. I could not finish it.
You couldn't finish it, but it was okay. It was pretty shitty book actually. It was not my favorite, but it got kind of like it was kind of fun.
Yeah, I think I read like 2 sentences and then I couldn't do it.
This book club of ours is not going to work if you don't finish the books.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's 2 things you owe me. For the book club and for breaking you out of jail.
Yeah, I guess that is.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, yeah, okay. And I think they scurry to their ships.
I think they do. And I think they take off to go to the moon to go get space dust to take out. And, this might be another scene, but I think this might lead us to our next scene. But I feel now the question with the dark, because this was the result of you pulling the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Dun 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 is do we think the scene brought them closer together or further apart?
I think they are closer together.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Because now they have a mission together.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that means we both get a clue.
Both get a clue.
Hooray.
It's like we
Which
tied
is
again.
So different than how we've been doing this, but you know what? It's fine. All right. So now here's the thing. I do actually have to take a quick break here, everybody.
Okay.
Like
We'll
5 minutes because I have had so many beverages. I got a head start on them. So like 5 minutes, everybody. We shall be back. There will be more as we are ramping up. We each have 4 clues. I think we're getting so close, y'all.
We're so close.
We do in this game. It asks you to do 6 or 5 clues, but we have 6 on the board, so 6 we're doing because that's what's on the board. But I'm proud of us.
Yes.
Okay, BRB friends. Hello everybody, and we're back from break. Thank you all so much. I've just had a lot of beverages, really, and that was important. Also, breaks are, in general, important. I hope you all have been enjoying Unresolved Sapphic Tension, a story of oblivious gay space pirates, which are Shadow and I. Here we are, raise money. And also, as a reminder, we are raising money for Lambda Legal. We are currently at $12.50. There are incentives that you can donate if you wish to, further the plot, but also, retweet, apply. But also there are more games coming up on Sword and Key, still raising money for Lambda Legal, so you can also eventually do incentives for them if you're not wanting to do it for us because you're just excited about the 2 of us being complete disaster gay aliens, which is also fair. Or you can just donate money to raise money because it's for a good cause. Yeah. With that said, I believe, it is time for us to get back into it. I also do want to say that when Shadow and I were talking about this, we're like, this might not be like a 3-hour game. It might be like an hour and a half or something like this, like that. I have maybe greatly underestimated our ability to tell disaster lesbian stories. And You know,
Yeah.
you never know. You're like, maybe, you know, it's like any really good date where you're just like, you know, I'll like have coffee for an hour and then suddenly you're like, oh my God, it's like 4 hours later. This will
Yeah.
not be 4 hours.
Yeah,
but-
it's like dinner time now, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess we'll just keep going then. I do believe, I think this makes me the initiator now that we have
Yes.
finished that, of the scene. We have 4 clues. We have 6 total to go before the grand reveal. So we have to continue to be slightly oblivious for a minute. Still, I'm just pulling up all of the things. And I know. Come on now. All right. So we have to pick our approach.
God.
I know what I'm picking. Very determined. Mostly because I just stopped second guessing what I'm gonna pick.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Dark Knight.
Processing. Nice. Yeah.
I knew it wasn't gonna match because this one's interesting. Because I definitely was thinking about this as we were on break as to how this one was going to go. And I had 2 thoughts and I'm like, which one am I going to go with? But I think I know. The scene goes to Ari sitting on like a rock, similar to the way that Bezzelle was on sitting like on the meteor looking out in the stars earlier. But behind REX is actually, I say behind. No, I'm lying. In front of Ari is Ari's ship, and it is not where it's supposed to be. It is currently crashed on the ground. It is split in half, and there are scorch marks all over the ship, like something had been shooting at it. And she is like, she looks exhausted. Her crew looks like totally beat up and burnt out. The few who are still in good shape are like trying to put pieces back together or like they're trying to like salvage what they can of the ship to see if they can like put anything back together. Ari himself is like got one of her arms is in a sling. Like one of the tentacles has been ripped off. So it's like, so we've got like sort of an asymmetrical thing coming on there, but it's a little more gruesome than that. Like just their skin, which is normally this like sort of pale minty blue green color, like has gone dull and a little ashy, or a lot ashy. And it Ari looks like they've been through it. And that you get the impression that they were coming out of they had gone into a firefight and things have gone not well. And I would say I think there is nothing around this place that they have landed on. Like looking at it feels very empty. There aren't like any sort of other celestial bodies sort of nearby. And they're like they've currently like popped up in their screen and like it's blank. There is nothing on this screen. Like all whatever communications they thought they would have gone. Like, and it's not quite clear if it's because like it's if like there's no way to communicate in this particular part of space or just their equipment that they would normally be transmitting and allow them to communicate via these communicators also like is down, like unclear. Um and they just close it again. And uh and sort of and watches the crew. It's This is the worst situation that Ari has ever been in. And like, does they remember that feeling of this, like, there's this feeling of hopelessness. Ari, they let the crew down. This, like, Ari's always been so cocky and so confident. Everything that Ari has ever touched has been successful, right? Like, Ari's pulled heist after heist and has pissed off a lot of people doing it. But between their crew and like just their abilities and things like that, they've always just been lucky or just have always had the right plan. They're so good at planning. It's like Bezzelle said. They plan, they have a good plan. And like, even when I think the last time that Ari has felt this like hopeless was when Bezzelle got spaced. And because it's that same feeling of like, well, I don't have anybody to help me anymore. I don't have the person who's going to lift me up anymore. And that person who like I fought against and competed with and like and wanted to impress and like wanted Ari wanted to Bezzelle to think that they were special. And so the bravado, the cocky attitude, the like this like streak of luck, it's like that had sort of Bezzelle was sort of that like motivation there. And this is kind of like, and so in a lot of ways it's like they're having to find like a new, that when Bezzelle was spaced, they lost that motivation and had to refind it. And Ari's back at that feeling again and again, just wishing that like that person was there. Cause like Bezzelle always knows, like Bezzelle isn't as cocky as Ari is, but Bezelle's really clever and very witty and smart. And like for all of Ari's like bragging and boasting, and it's like Bezzelle's just the solid person in their life who gets stuff done. It's not as showy, although man, stealing that stun gun was actually pretty showy. And they do idiot things all the time. You know what? They do. Bezzelle, she does idiot things all the time. This is not that different. What would Bezzelle do in this situation? But it's maybe that's what Ari needs to be focused on, is what would Bezzelle do? Because Bezzelle was spaced and is fine, and you know, Ari's a better pirate than Bezzelle. If Bezzelle can survive this, fuck, so can Ari. Probably, maybe. I don't see how. I don't know, but it feels really hopeless. And this would be easier if Bezzelle was here. Maybe that's the difference, is that like Ari is the better pirate because Ari's never been in this situation. But maybe there's something. Maybe Bezzelle is the better pirate because Bezzelle can get out of this situation. Except that Bezzelle can't get out of the situation because Bezzelle couldn't even get herself out of jail. Get herself out of jail the last time. That was Ari. Except that Ari just she just know they just know that Bezzelle could, if Bezzelle was here, could get them out of the situation. Bezelle's the survivor. Ari's just lucky. She shouldn't have put like pissed off. Maybe it's she's pissed off one too many people. Did she piss off Bezzelle? Not sure. So, she should like yell at the crew to try and get the ship together. The nice thing about the style of ship that Ari has about the Poleax is that sometimes you can take those component parts and put them together and it's a smaller ship. They've got some escape escape pods and some smaller like things, but not enough for everybody. Maybe if somebody gets out, they could like send out a rescue situation. But maybe they'll get out and just abandon them and take all the treasure for themselves. I think she already knows that this is where they die because that's their captain. They go down with their ship and their ship is down. And tears start rolling down their face. Little crystalline sort of sparkles. They taste a little like acidic, sharp.
From behind Ari, Bezzelle lands with like a soft little like thud landing, like kind of like she just like floated down to the ground.
Ari
Well,
doesn't even look.
look who's sitting in the dirt now.
You're not. You can't really be here.
That's what I said when you rescued me from jail.
How did you get here? How did you know?
You wouldn't think that I would let you take a whole bunch of rare books without knowing where they are at all times. Did you?
What are you talking about?
I slipped a tracker into your pile of books. And when it winked out, I assumed the worst, that either you found it or something horrible had happened. And then you didn't answer my call. So then I either assumed you were really mad at me, or again that something horrible had happened. So I set a course for the last known location.
I should be so mad at you. You put a tracker on me?
You would have done the same thing if it. Well,
I
I guess you
I
didn't.
didn't. I didn't because I
No, you
didn't want to
didn't.
know where you were because I thought you would just tell me where you were. And I should be so mad. But I've. Bezzelle, I was so scared.
Bezzelle comes over and takes a seat uh, next to REX and puts an arm around her. Oh, come on now. That's not the Ari that I know.
But I've. Oh my gosh. I thought I was gonna die on this planet. The captain goes down with their ship. One of the kitchen staff, they didn't make it. I didn't. My communications are broken. We weren't going to leave. Maybe one of them was going to leave, but I wasn't going to leave. But you're here. It some fucking pirate I am.
You're a magnificent pirate.
I'm not. You would have figured out how to get out of here.
You would have figured it out too. I believe that.
You have more faith in me. I've never been. I don't get into trouble like you do. I don't. That's why I was the better pirate, because I just didn't get into this kind of trouble. I always won, and I didn't win. The other ship, the one that, do you see what my ship looks like? Do you see it?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I don't think I can repair it. I don't think we can repair this. I don't think I can fix this.
No.
All of that wood. Do you know how many planets this wood is from that can be space bearing and to look like that? Do you know how many? Hundreds.
Well, I mean, if you look at it this way, at least you know where a really cool wreck is that has lots of really cool loot.
And how am I going to get it? I don't have a ship. My ship, it is the wreck. Somebody else is going to come here and be like, "Oh, look at this wrecked pirate ship, and look at all the treasure that they left behind." I can't leave this behind. You'll take it, right?
I was hoping to take you and the crew and the treasure.
In your dinky little ship.
I've made some upgrades.
You sure we won't weigh you down? You'll move like potato ship?
No, and I'll take you to the next star over, and you can buy yourself a new ship.
I don't know if I want a new ship.
Well, then
I
you
love
can
the Pollux.
go become a smutty book seller.
That's right. I sell smutty books now. That's all I do. That's all I'm good for. Is just being a smutty bookseller.
Well, I mean, you have really great taste.
I don't. I have shit taste. These books are terrible, but they are so fun.
I have read every single book, and I think that they're great.
Thank you. I do have pretty good taste. Unlike you have shit taste. Although you like my book, so maybe it's not so bad.
I think I just like them because you picked them out. Because you have great taste in books, and therefore would make a great smutty bookseller.
I don't. You're too nice. How do you make such a good pirate when you're so nice, Bezzelle?
I don't. You're a better pirate than I am, so who knows?
I'm a shitty pirate.
I mean, maybe today you were a shitty pirate, but I think there are plenty of days when you are a great pirate. And that's why you need to pick yourself up off the sand.
This is like sort of not really sand. It's more like a clay, dirt, dust.
Okay, well, pick yourself up out of the space dust
It's
and
not even good, useful space dust. It's just
uh,
shitty space dust. I can't even crash somewhere good. There's nothing here. I already looked. I'm
uh,
so bad. And how is my crew ever going to trust me again?
well,
I failed them, Bezzelle.
I think that's maybe something you should let them decide if they want to keep being on your crew or not.
Will you take them? You
I,
be their captain if they don't
I,
want to be with me anymore?
I could if that's what they want.
They might. You saved us, so, it makes you the better pirate.
Look how much treasure you were carrying.
It's so much treasure.
It's a lot of treasure.
That's why we got shot at, is we stole. Well, we actually like robbed another pirate ship and
Oh,
took the treasure out of their hold, and then we went to another. We found like this other planet that had. Oh my gosh, you should have seen this planet. You know what? We should go there at some point. It was like the greenest place you've ever seen. The water was like magenta, and it was sparkly, and it thought it might be poisonous, but it's not. And it was so beautiful, and they had so much cool stuff. So we had that from the one ship, and then that from the we found stuff from the planet, and so we were a little overloaded, admittedly, and maybe that's why we went down, is because it was too heavy for my ship. That's why I'm really worried about your ship, to be honest, because like it was really heavy.
I made some upgrades. It's gonna be okay. But I see that's the Ari I know. Really, really badass, robbing another pirate and knowing where the best loot is.
Yeah, I do know where the best loot is.
So you're gonna pick yourself up and help me load this treasure into my ship.
I can't help look at my arm. It broke it.
Oh, oh. I didn't realize you were in. I'm so sorry. That was me. That's my bad. Let's get you to the med bay.
Our med bay is broken.
I have a med bay.
I know, but I was just saying. I know you have a med bay, but I was just lamenting the fact that everything on my ship is broken. Everything, including me. I'm just like my ship right now, in pieces.
Well,
So much for the
sometimes
scourge of the 7 stars.
I still think you're the scourge of the 7 stars.
Maybe
At
like
least seven of my stars.
That's right, you're the queen of my stars.
Yep.
I thought I could be the queen of the stars, of your stars, or I mean, of the stars and stuff. When I rescued you, now here you are. I guess you don't owe me anything because you're gonna get me off of this planet, and I can't even really call it a planet. It's more like a rock,
Yeah, I think technically it's classified as a moon.
like barely. It's just a piece of space floating around, not doing anything useful. Doesn't even like affect. There's no planets around here. There's no stars. It's not affecting anything. Just
I
floating out here.
think then it's a great I think you picked a great hideaway. This
Hideaway.
is a great place to bury your treasure and maybe establish a little secret base for yourself out here.
Like a secret map?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Even when you crash and burn, you're still making great calls and great decisions. See, you are a great space pirate.
Oh, come on. That was all your idea, Bezzelle. You're the smart one.
I didn't crash you. This was all you. So
Yeah, but it was your idea. I didn't choose to. And you're the one who put the tracker on me, so you saved. You were smart. You were thinking ahead.
I was thinking that I wanted to know what those rare books were, but those are long gone now. It appears, or at least the tracker has winked
They
out.
were
So
they were
yeah,
burned up in the atmosphere.
yeah, yeah.
There's no more rare books. They were,
You
ugh.
know, I
Which
think
is
you
good. No
could.
evidence. Nobody can indict us now for stealing those books.
I still have my books.
Oh yeah.
So
Well,
yeah, yeah.
we'll have to
You can have one of mine. But you should let's
hmm?
let's get you to the med bay, and
Okay.
we'll get your crew, and then we'll sort it out. You're gonna be fine.
Thank you. I I'm glad you found me. I think there's a scene there. I feel like that is a nice place to end the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. We got some raiders in.
Oh, hello, Raiders.
Okay, with the end of that scene, I think we closer together.
I think we're closer
I
together.
think so. Hey, hey everybody, welcome on in. I'm just gonna do a little spiel. Actually, your timing is really perfect, because we're everybody. Hi, we're welcome in. We're playing Unresolved Sapphic Tension. I'm Lady Dane playing REX.
I'm Shadow playing Bezzelle.
And you know, we're just some gay oblivious gay space pirates figuring out what love is, if you know, that sort of thing. We are currently raising money for Lambda Legal. There's incentives. Our goal it's changed a lot, but there will be a giveaway at the you know what, it's like we just had like a big emotional scene and stuff, so I can't talk, but all of the links and shit are in chat. Also, I just want to point out, and I'm going to say this out loud here on chat. Normally we don't call out donations, but I'm going to currently. We did get a $5 donation to get one of the approaches blocked. So if the person who donated that would like to say, I couldn't tell on the dashboard if they had picked one of the approaches or not. But if there was an approach that you would like blocked, let us know. I didn't see it if there was a note attached to it. I'm looking. I don't see one. But if you're here in chat, if you could tell us, actually, and I know you're here in chat because I see you. Reveal. Oh, okay. So the way this game works, for those of you just joining, thank you, Batty Bars. Thank you for the raid, and I hope you're enjoying this, everybody. Is that this is sort of a rock paper scissors moment, which gives and there's reveal. The three approaches are processing, revealing, and teasing. Sophia has chosen to block revealing for the next section, for our next scene, which means that Shadow and I can only pick either processing or teasing.
Oh.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting.
I feel like we're gonna pick the same exact thing again.
I don't know. It's possible. It's possible. We've been very fortunate to mostly pick the same thing.
Yeah, I think there's like I think the only Dark Knights are the only times we didn't pick the same thing. We didn't say Dark Knight at the same time.
Proud of us.
Yay.
And we're like on our last clue, so this actually is beautiful and wonderful. So I believe this means that Shadow, you're the initiator.
I am the initiator.
You are. I know what I'm picking for the approach between processing and teasing. Oh god, I don't know if we're gonna pick the same one or not, and I'm really nervous. Do you know?
Okay, I got it. Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, teasing.
Teasing. Oh my god.
God damn. Well, I I feel this is only right. I love that we have not this entire time picked processing, except for the one time that you did and I picked Dark Knight.
Yeah, right.
Dark Knight is kind of processing, though.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
great.
See, I was gonna pick processing. I changed my mind last minute.
I was
shouldn't have. I shouldn't
I
have.
definitely had that moment of like, Shadow's gonna pick processing. I mean, I'm just like, also, I just can't second guess. Anyway, you're the initiator, so you get to set up the scene and start this and kick this thing off.
Hey. Bezzelle is standing in the control room of her ship. Um, it's quiet. Most of the crew is on nighttime rotation. So they are sleeping or everybody else is out celebrating um the birth of a new star. Um, and so everyone is at the party celebrating the birth of a new star. And Bezzelle has wandered up to the control room and sits in her obnoxious captain chair that the crew insisted on her having. Um, and like takes like a very, very, very a gay sit with
A
like
gay
one
sit.
leg up one leg up
Yeah.
on the arm, right, leaning back, kind of like haphazardly splayed across this captain's chair. um and pulls up the communicator uh with the hologram and swipes until she sees REX's little hologram pop up and presses call. And I think I want to say, I don't know about you, but I want to say that REX doesn't answer at first.
Oh,
Like if
yeah.
the first one goes to like voicemail, right?
I'm good with that.
Yeah, and Bezzelle gets the voicemail and then is like, oh, what, you get yourself a big fancy ship and now you don't have time to take a phone call. What is this? You don't have captain's chair calling? Jeez. And then like hangs up. And then I think sends like a little like text message uh that uh that says it just says like happy star birthday. That's what the text message says.
It takes like probably like 10 minutes before Ari calls back. But they do call back. Well, look who called. Do you pick up? Actually, I should say
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, look who called first this time. I was starting to think that you forgot all about me.
Oh, well, I have to I have to remind you who's the best pirate in the skies every now and
Oh
then,
my
don't I?
god. Are you ever going... Look, I had a moment of weakness. But hey, how do you like the new ship? And you see, like, in just like she does the like turns the camera around, and it's still wooden in the same way, but it's like opalescent now. It's all the same wood this time. It's I mean it still like looks like a sailing the inside of a sailing ship versus say like a more updated spaceship, but like there's like I said this like opalescent pearlescent sheen to the entire thing. It's a little sparkly. It's got like rainbows bouncing off of the walls and everything. Like the lighting doesn't there's no like lighting that seems to be coming from anywhere in particular. It's all just very soft and but enough that you can see all the sheen in it. And her chair, their chair is like this big, expansive, like comfy, wide chair that is also heightened a little bit and that Ari seems to be very casually draped over.
Oh, I see. Your inspiration for the interior of the ship was just money. God, yeah.
Well, yes, of course, because I have it. Thanks to you and rescuing me and my crew and all of that treasure we got. I was able to convert it into something very pretty indeed.
Yeah, it's definitely a billboard in the stars that says this pirate has money. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Sure. Really incognito.
Who needs to be incognito when you're the best, when you're the scourge of the seven galaxies?
Oh,
Doesn't
it's
have,
galaxies now? That
yeah.
it's not just stars.
Well, it doesn't have quite the same ring as stars, but bigger. Bigger is better.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I guess they say that, don't they?
We're very scary. What are you doing for this birth star? Star birth.
Oh, you know, uh partying. Yeah. Uh we threw a little star birthday party.
Where are you right now?
Oh, I'm in the captain's chair.
No, no, I mean, where's your ship,
Oh.
you idiot?
Oh. Um we're in quadrant 3 next to the star.
Send me the coordinates.
Okay.
This
Are you
baby
sure?
has tricks.
Oh, okay. Don't crash it this time though.
I didn't crash it. The people who were shooting at my ship crashed it. I have never crashed a ship.
well, let's keep it that way. Um you remember how to drive though, right? And you remember, the right is thrust and
Just send me the coordinates,
Bezzelle
bitch.
sends over the coordinates.
Thank you. This is very useful. How's the view where you're at? Nice?
uh yeah, it's magnificent.
Great. All right. See you in a few.
Okay.
And Ari shuts the down communications.
Bezzelle I think like stands up very quickly, panics,
Uh-huh.
runs into her captain's quarters and changes into like a fancier like party. I think it's I think it's like the one party dress that Bezzelle actually owns. Um that is like a like a tighter dress that kind of like flares out at the bottom, but again it's still sleeveless, showing off the muscular arms.
In probably like I'd say like 5, maybe 7 minutes, I would say. Like you hear this like or more like feel this like soft like whoosh around like something had sort of shaken the ship really quickly, like just a little bit, but it's like soft
Hmm.
as this like very streamlined. It's funny because the inside looks of this of Ari's ship looks like the interior of like a sailing ship. The outside looks almost like a whale of
Okay.
sorts
Yeah.
with like a long um there's with a long, almost like a narwhal actually, in sort of general shape, and like with a mast, or what the one that's sticking off the bow of the ship is sticking out sort of like a narwhal horn. It's spiraled and also opalescent. And you hear like a ring on your communicator.
Uh, Bezzelle like fumbles and then like finally like picks it up.
Did you did you change your clothes?
No, I was wearing this the whole time. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Uh-huh.
Well, get your butt over here. I'm sure whatever party you move your part, tell your crew to move their party over here. We can all watch together.
Okay. Yeah, we will certainly swim our way over.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. You don't even need to swim. Let me do the thing. Hold on. Okay. Hey, do the thing. We're doing the thing. Okay, great. Perfect. And you see this like sort of shimmering rainbow tunnel extend from the ship to your ship. I told you she had tricks. Get your butt over here.
All right. And then I think Bezzelle like cuts off communication. There's like a ship wide like siren that goes off, and then like everybody just kind of starts like meandering over. And Bezzelle gets over to the ship.
Um Ari's standing there waiting them, hands Bezzelle a cocktail of some a beverage of some kind. That's sort of bubbly and sparking. There's like little, like almost like mini fireworks shooting out of it. And Ari is wearing like another sort of latex style cat suit, long sleeves, high neck. Um, but it is like in sort of the same pearlescent sheen as opposed to the silver, the like sort of gray silver that they had been wearing, this sort of pearlescent sheen. Um, and the tentacles are also like have wrappings around them with like gemstones, like sort of attached like in different colors, and sort of glinting. Um, yeah, is the vibe. Well,
Yeah, wow. This wow. You better watch yourself, otherwise people are gonna mistaken you for like some sort of like touristy cruise, you know?
oh, don't worry, darlings. I'm sure these will not mistake them. And you can see like strapped to her hips are a couple of laser pistols, and then also, but like a couple of laser pistols, and then also like this like huge like curved sword is like next to one of them also. Pretty sure that people will still know that I'm a pirate. Besides, the you get a good enough besides, this ship is starting to get the reputation that it deserves, I think. This is the Lambda.
Oh, yeah. All right.
It's a
So
secret.
yeah. What you got something to do on this bucket of bolts or what?
Oh, well, we've got I think some of the crew are striking up, have like been working on their music or whatever. We could go listen if you want. I mean, it's like fine or whatever.
Yeah, no, I think um I think we
What,
should
you got
go.
something better on your ship?
No,
There's no
no,
way.
I think we should just I don't know, maybe go to like the observation deck or something.
Oh, and watch. Yeah, of course. I mean, everybody's listening to the band. It's crowded in there. And they're like only okay. They've only been practicing for like a month.
Mm. Hmm.
Yeah, come to the observation deck.
We gotta walk, or you got like some fancy scooters or something.
Oh no, we have to walk because then I can give you the entire tour.
Oh,
Obviously.
yeah. All right. As long as we arrive before the star dies.
Oh no, don't worry about that. We're not far.
Okay.
And this is where we keep the hydroponic garden, and this up here, well, that's where the gym is for those who need to stretch their limbs. And we have a pool back there. You know, just a little one. It's just a little, just to soak and stuff because, you know, got to keep the scales, the skin all nice and moist and stuff. And here we are at the observation deck. I spend a lot of time here, actually. It's so nice.
Wow. Wow. You know,
I bet you don't
I
have anything this night on your ship.
I
You're
honestly I think
still in that piece of shit ship. I know you said you've made the upgrades, but it looks exactly the same.
I think that's very intentional, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
But no, I think my whole ship can fit inside of this observation deck. So yeah.
mm-hmm.
Wow.
Just the observation deck. Perhaps maybe we capture you and then you become part of our crew. Maybe that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be like so terrible because you're such a bad captain. That would be like horrible.
Hey, no, it was just that one time. I was at a low point. You're not gonna
Hmm.
hold that over me, are you?
Oh, maybe just like a star cycle or two.
Mm. You gonna stick around? We're going to stay communicating for a whole other star cycle.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's because you like me and you can't get enough of me, huh?
Well, I guess that's one way to put it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, you are the thorn in my side, so
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, the star. Did you vote for what name the star should get?
Oh, I couldn't decide. I think I voted for Starry McStarface. Honestly, I had maybe a few when I was filling out the ballot and stuff. I really actually didn't like that one, but it. What about you?
Yeah, I think I also voted for Starry McStarface.
Oh no.
Yeah, I kind of voted for it because I didn't think it would be picked. But
Yeah.
now I'm starting
Oh
to think it's gonna get picked.
oh shit. We fucked up, didn't we?
Yeah, it's okay. There'll be a new star in just a little bit that'll probably need another name. So
We'll pick a better name next time.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Who knows? Maybe I was going to say, since you're the queen of my stars, we should name it after you next time.
that that would be a terrible name.
Why? No, it's not
Bezzelle the
that.
star. Yeah, no, I
That it's better than Starry McStarface.
I I mean, yeah, but I maybe Bezzelle should just be a pirate.
I don't think Bezzelle could ever just be a pirate.
What does that mean? I'm literally a pirate right now.
I I mean, you know, like you're a person with complex feelings and emotions, and like I'm not REX is not just the pirate. I am the no no
No, no, did it break?
briefly. Okay, it's
Oh,
fine. We're
is it
back.
back? Is it
Sorry.
back?
I just everything paused and I watched my frames everything drop
Oh
and I was
no.
like no, but I think it's fine. I think we're good.
It's a
Sorry.
sign.
Oh golly. Remember that time when we thought this was not going to take 3 hours?
Yeah, right.
It's going good.
Hey, here we are.
Um I mean, you know, I am the scourge of the 7 stars and you're the queen of my stars. Um You know, that's what I mean by you're not just a pirate. That's all.
Okay.
Don't just
So,
okay me.
okay.
Okay.
But you would rather that I just sit here and fight over meaningless titles with you?
I mean, we don't have to fight over them. We could just. I don't know.
Oh, see, the Ari that I know and enjoys a good fight.
Right, I do enjoy a good fight. But, you know, it doesn't always have to be fighting, at least not with us, really. Right?
Yeah, you know, fighting, rescuing each other, um, looting with each other. You know, we there's a lot more for us to do besides fight.
Yeah. Okay, what would you name the star?
Hmm. Ari the Starry.
That. And you thought Bezzelle the star was bad. You should never be allowed to name anything. You kind of suck at it.
Maybe you're right. Maybe that's why I haven't named my ship.
Yeah, after all this time, you have to name the ship.
Yeah,
How will
I'm
people
just
know?
I'm not good at it. What would you name the ship?
Shitty boat?
Shit about it is.
It's because your boat's shit.
Well, when it's next to yours,
I
definitely
know.
definitely looks that way.
Lambda's pretty, isn't she?
Very, it's a very nice ship. Honestly, I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
I it's like I'm so impressed that like I 100% would secretly just move in here and then live here. You know.
You're joking. You wouldn't do that.
I don't know. It's a really nice ship.
She's pretty nice. I Oh, I think the star.
Yeah.
It's Do you see the little glowing? I think that's starting.
Yeah. Wow. It's really beautiful. I think that the scene should end with just like the two of them standing there,
Yeah.
like still like a foot apart, you know,
Yeah.
like opposite ends of the room, you know, just
Yeah.
like watching the star.
Like there's a little bit of a sway. The hair tentacles sort of like lean in the direction of Bezzelle, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
This brings us. That's 6 clues. This brings us to the final encounter. It's the final encounter.
Yeah. So I think because you're the initiator that
Yeah.
you should start the final scene.
Yeah, and technically it is the one who has, because we've been acquiring the clues together because we cannot
Literally together.
literally together because we can't pick differently to save our lives. It is, I believe, me to start this encounter. And I think it feels appropriate that uh Ari shiny ass ship, like, I think this encounter is taking place on another ship, but we are already on the docks of this ship, like mid battle. Um like all of the officers are tied up on this ship. Um the Lambda is like pulled up alongside it. shimmering in all its glory, looking pristine. And Ari is standing there, vest on, big hat, even bigger hat, jewels and tentacles covering all of the things now, like just rhinestone the fuck out. Except, glass, jewels, whatever. Um, like sword to the captain's throat, to this other captain's throat. Now, you will tell me where the bigger ship is, where the next shipment is going. You're just a small fry. But I will take everything off your ship. I will take everything off the next ship and I will destroy your people. Okay? I mean, just sort of the person that she's is sort of mumbling and like blurbing and like trying to get out words but can't. Huh? What's that? I couldn't hear you. You see that ship over there? You think I got that by just like taking on the weak people? No, sweetheart, no. I got it because I am the scourge of the 7 stars.
I think the door to the like the captain's quarter or the the observation deck or wherever this is opens, and then uh it closes, and then if Ariax looks back, Bezzelle is just again wearing the same outfit that they always wear, but it's just like leaned up against the wall, like 1 foot up on it, like arms crossed. Yeah, yeah. I would answer. I would answer Zer because Zay means it when uh it'll be really painful.
And I think that the captain, I Ari looks back at Bezzelle and flashes like the most like shit-eating grin, but there's like that you can definitely tell that there's like this moment of joy at seeing Bezzelle there. Um, and after the captain like points like shakingly to like this this bookcase that clearly or this like wall panel, there's this like panel that you can tell like has like an edge to it, like it was like, oh, like it sort of melds into the wall, but you can, if you look, there's just the faintest of outlines. um yeah. Hey, Bizzle, would you want to go check that out? And Ari like stuffs a sock into this poor captain's mouth and just like leaves a little nick on just on the side.
Oh, yeah, sure, my pleasure. Bezzelle like walks over. I think like takes out like that like key thing again,
Mm-hmm.
like holds it up so it scans it, and then it like pops it open. And I think inside is like one of those like necklace holder things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the neck
Yeah.
holder situation. And it's like this like super big uh like crystal that seems to be like glowing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh well, would you look at that? That looks expensive.
You don't even know, Bizzle. That
Hmm.
is a map.
It's a map.
It's a star map.
Oh.
It not only tells the location of all, it tells the location of all of the ships in this fleet, and it gives the location of their vault.
Oh, that It's a very fancy necklace.
Isn't it, though? Very expensive, very shiny. Don't you think it will look good on me, Bezzelle?
Well, Bezzelle like picks it up and brings it over. It's like, well, I guess uh nothing would look quite better on you, being the scourge of my stars. And Bezzelle moves and puts on the necklace of RX.
Thank you, my queen. Which,
So oh no,
my queen, I have a proposal for you.
I'm listening.
So, this vault, it's pretty powerful. Now we have its location, which is great, but, see, the thing is, I don't think I can go at it alone. I don't think it will end well for me and the crew of the Lambda. I am so glad you're here. Your timing, as always, is impeccable.
Well, I I could not think of a better pirate than you to be by my side as I conquer the fleet of these ships and steal from the vault.
Exactly. Do you like your present, my queen? I may be
I
wearing the necklace, but the rest, yeah.
I I never needed this gift. The gift for me is being by your side.
I was hoping you'd say that. And Ari will hold out a hand, like
Uh,
in sort of like a placating, like, or like a like Benedict, like in a like holding out the this herself is the gift, I should say.
Bezzelle takes her hand and kisses it.
I have been blessed. You know how you said you might want to go on my ship, though. Would did you really mean that?
I mean, I don't think we can fit all of your gems on my ship.
No, I don't think so. My ship's better looking. It's more fit for the queen of the stars, I think. And if we're going for a vault, it holds a lot more than your ship.
That it does.
Hold on, one second, one moment. And she takes the sword and slices the captain's throat. Sorry, I just didn't want any witnesses for this. Well, at least any high-ranking witnesses.
Yeah. I you always you always think of the little things.
Nah, you have the best ideas. Bezzelle, I would like very much if you joined me on the ship. We can both be in charge, maybe. You are the better pirates. I hate to admit, but you always have been. I could not survive without you.
Luckily, you don't have to anymore.
May I?
Yes.
And I think Ari lower, towering above Bezzelle, lowers her head in a very sweet, soft kiss. Sounds of lasers and things going off in the background.
Explosion.
Because some of the crew is still fighting.
Yeah. Well, what do you say we kick this bucket of bolts and get out of here?
Let's go find that treasure.
Anything for you, the scourge of my stars.
Ditto, my queen. See?
See, the ship pulls away. The other ship explodes.
Exactly. The lambda shows gleams. We get lens flare. Naturally, of course.
Yes, naturally. Space is just full of lens flare.
And that was us, everybody. Yay! Oh my goodness. Thank you all for coming and hanging out, for seeing this, and for the donations, and for hanging out with us while we, are just oblivious, terrible gay space pirates. This has been Unresolved Sapphic Tension, a game by a disaster queer. If you enjoyed this game and want to check it out, please go support our friend Alyssa. This is a really fun, cute, great game if you want to flirt with your friends. And again, thank you so much, everybody, for helping us raise money for Land Illegal. This has been great. We are not done yet, but we're gonna do outros, and then I'm gonna talk about what's coming up in the channel. I know it's late. Please, everybody, go take care of yourselves and go to bed if you need to. But we're gonna do our little talky thing. So, Shadow, who are you? Where can we find you? All of the things, whatever our spiels are.
Yes. Hi, I'm Shadow. You can find me ever relevant at Shadow Sylvia. You can find me here on Tuesdays where I join LD and Derek and me play Baldur's Gate. Or Baldur's Gate 3, more specifically.
Yeah.
You'll probably see my face here in the future.
Probably.
Probably for future projects. Otherwise, I'm an admin over at Roll D5, where we specialize in playing indie TTRPGs. We just finished up our Pride Month, and we're going into July, which is Tarot Month, which most of the games, we have some outliers, but most of the games will either be involving tarot cards or the theme of tarot in some capacity, but I'm pretty sure all of them use tarot cards as a mechanic. So check that out in July. In July, we're also doing a little showcase of all of the finalists in the solo games for the Crit Awards. We couldn't do it before voting ends, but we still wanted to do it in July and just play through those solo games that were made it to the finalist stage of the awards. And I think that's everything right now. I have some things that I'm working on in the background, so keep an eye on the socials for anything else that comes out.
Amazing. And everybody, thank you so much. I am Lady Dame, or LD. Also, why did my caption stop? Oh no, why? There we go. Great. Hi everybody, I'm LD or Lady Dame. You can find me everywhere that's important at the Lady Dame. I'm a streamer here on Twitch. I stream currently mostly Mondays from noon to 4 p.m. Pacific. On occasion, I will stream at other times and other dates. Maybe tomorrow. I'm currently in the middle of playing South of Midnight, and we're very close to finishing, which has been really fun. And then I've got a bunch of other great games that I'm very excited to share and play through, and including maybe this dating sim that you might have heard of. I don't know, where you can date everything. Weirdly, not sure. But come check me out there. I am also the co-host of the podcast Monster Crush, which I do here with my friend Derek. where comes out. We just had an episode drop very recently where we talk about trolls, but it's a podcast where we talk about all sorts of sexy cryptids and monsters and whether or not they're smoochable and all of that great stuff. So if you're a monster smoocher or monster fucker, please come check out our podcast. It's a great time. I actually just listened to our episode and it's fantastic, if I do say so myself. I am also here, as Shadow said, every Tuesday on Gate Night, where I get to play Baldur's Gate with my friend Derek and Shadow, and it's great fun because I just like to hang out with Shadow whenever I can, and that's sort of how that works. I am also, I think that's all I've got going on right now. There's maybe a couple things coming up in the future that I'm either guesting on or appearing in one shots coming up near the end of July and in August. So stay tuned if you want to check that out, follow socials and whatever about when all of that is happening. Also, I think there's something else that's coming out soonish, maybe, that I don't know if I can talk about yet, but I will. And that's it for me. But as a reminder, Sword and Key this entire month of July has been raising money for Lambda Legal. We're currently at $12.55, which is bonkers. There will be a giveaway at 1300 for some tea. So, and there's still more opportunities to donate. We have officially, I believe, 2 more games for Pride Month this month. Coming up tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific is the final episode of Cursed Captains of Cthulhu, which is an amazing cast. The system is Cursed Captains of Cthulhu. So it's an amazing game that's being GM'd by Dirk, who is a sword half of Sword and Key. It's really fantastic, great cast, very fun. I mean, who doesn't love Eldritch Horror and the Sea? Also, we like pirates around here. And then on Monday, June 30th, is not actually part of technically the part of the Pride stream. It's the 8th episode of Fragments of Loss, also at 3 p.m. Pacific on Monday. They're actually raising money for Trans Lifeline. That's an ongoing campaign that is I don't know how many sessions that one's actually supposed to be, but that game is great and wonderful, and I can't believe they're already on their 8th episode, to be honest. That's crazy pants. Which is a game that is being jammed by Phoenix Femme Angela, who is wonderful, also a great cast, amazing folks. Highly recommend checking them out. And then that's it honestly for the rest of June, because we're close to the end. But we have a bunch of stuff that happens on the channel regularly here in July coming up. We have Gate Night on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific. Horizons Call happens every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific. And then starting on July 6th, on Sunday, July 6th, unless that got moved, but I don't think it did, is a new game that's being GM'd by Anik called Blood on the Lens. I'm just looking at the cast for that one too, and it's so good. There's a lot of our returning faves are in that, and it's gonna be a great fun horror game. If you like horror, you should check that out. Let's see what else. I think that's it for the games that I can talk about currently at the moment. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming out. You'll just have to also follow Sword and Key and check out and follow their calendar. But if you have been enjoying this and want to participate, you can come hang out on our Discord. We have socials, all of that kind of fun stuff. You can, if you enjoyed this game, if you have been enjoying these Pride Month games, be sure to follow us on socials or come join us in the Discord. We have applications routinely coming out. In fact, I believe we have an application coming out very soon for a game that's going to be GM by Mare, and I want to say that there's another game that's in the works right now with a very special GM that I'm excited about, which sounds like it's going to be a dope-ass time. So please stay tuned for that. Let's see. And I think that's it. Also, as a reminder, I know we've been raising money, but we also, Sword and Key has a bunch of affiliates and sponsors that you should also go check out, like Hit Point Press and Eldritch Foundry and Long Dog Dice for all of your tabletop needs. Honestly, between the three of those, it's like Eldritch Foundry for your minis and Hit Point Press for like amazing books like Humblewood and Griffin Saddlebag and stuff, and Long Dog Dice for all of your beautiful sparkly dicey needs. Yes. I believe that's did I cover everything? Did I get it, Shadow?
That was good.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming and hanging out. You've all been really wonderful. It was really fun to get to do this with you and Shadow and everybody. So thank you. Have a great night, everybody, and hopefully we'll see you all soon. Okay. Enjoy the outro. Bye. Oh, God. I'm going to press buttons. Okay, bye.